Hey guys, what's up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode 263 of Constructing Los Dangeles. How's everybody doing? And today we are back for another 10-minute post-commentary episode. And for today's video, I am going to be continuing to work on the convenience store that I started last episode on CLD 262. So let me just talk about this build for just a second before we get into some other topics. I've just modified some of the front of the build. I expanded the window, as you guys are going to start to see me do in a second here. And I also pushed back some of the green wool, just tried to modify the design off of the initial video that we worked on it, just to make it look a little bit better. And then I ultimately work a little bit more on the interior of the build today. And I finish up the exterior as well, just trying to work on it as much as I can. So there's probably like a few things left to do on the inside in terms of detailing, but other than that, the build will be pretty much done by the time the end of this video hits. So that's kind of what I want to mention for the build. And another thing that actually was brought to my attention from the comment section of last video is that this particular store, this drugstore, convenience store, whatever you want to call it, is actually the last structure on Los Dangeles that hasn't been built. So obviously now that this one's in, everything in the world is built in terms of exterior. And now it's just interior from here on out. I mean, it's kind of crazy for me to think about this. I actually had to like think about it for a second when I read that comment, and I was like, you know what? I think you're actually right. I think this is the last build in the world as far as exterior goes, which is kind of crazy. Now, obviously, you know, I might end up, switching out a build, at some point, but as of right now, I think that's actually true, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit to realize like how close that is to the finish, but that was kind of a crazy thing to think about. And another really cool thing that I found in the comment section from last video was the name for this store. So we're going to be calling this store Woolgreens. And Mark Sherman from the comments wrote, you should call this store Woolgreens, like Walgreens, because of the green wool in it. And this was just, at first I was like, all right, cool, Woolgreens, that's a great pun. But then I realized that it's green wool, and it's being called Woolgreens. So obviously if you switch it, it's green wool. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, that's actually one of the best names I've ever heard. This is why I need you guys to give me some awesome ideas in the comment section, because we've gotten some really great ideas for Los Dangeles, and this is the newest installment of that in the comments. I mean, you think about the Netherbank vaults. Those were an idea that I got from the comments from you guys, and there's plenty of other cool stuff that I've, gotten some stuff from you guys. So this is just another one of those things on the list. We're calling this store Woolgreens. That's just fantastic. It's a perfect name. I absolutely love that name, and that is what we're going to be going for. But anyway, I also have a question of the day that I would like to answer for you guys today. And since the NFL draft is right around the corner, I thought I'd throw in a little football question. So today's question of the day comes from Angel Jr. Saldivar, and the question is, if the Laggers had a rival team in the NFL, what team would that be? So let's just say, well, let's start off with a little note here. The Los Angeles Laggers, the football team in my city, the NFL team, let's just say they replaced the Los Angeles Rams, okay? So the Rams just moved to LA. Let's just say, the Rams were scrapped from the NFL. Sorry if you're a Rams fan. And boom, the Los Angeles Laggers are taking their place. So who would that make their rivals? Probably like the Seahawks, right? Now I'm thinking about this because on the field in Los Angeles Stadium, the Laggers are playing against a blue team. What's the only blue team in the Rams division? The Seahawks. Boom. We got ourselves a rival. So I would say the Seahawks would be the rivals to the Los Angeles Laggers. And also, there's a bunch of other people over time that have tweeted me pictures of their city and their team and be like, hey, can we be rivals with the Laggers? Down for that as well. Obviously, it was up for me. The Laggers' rival would be the Patriots, because that's, the rival of my favorite team, the Jets, even though it's not really much of a rivalry because it's pretty much one-sided. But, we're not going to get into that. It just makes me sad. But anyway, that would be the rival for the Los Angeles Laggers, the Seahawks, or any other made-up Minecraft team in the Minecraft Football League. That's what we're going for. So that's pretty much, I think, is a pretty good answer to that question. But anyway, thank you for the question, Angel. And, of course, you guys can leave your questions of the day in the comment section. I'll try to find one for next episode that is a cool one to answer. And moving on to a couple other topics I have for today's video. Some people have been asking me on Twitter about who's the next guest is going to be for my Los Angeles guest series. I did one episode of this thus far with Mason, and you guys really liked it. it was kind of like a cool like mini podcast kind of thing, and that's like something I've always been interested in. So I had a lot of fun making that video. I would like to get one of my friends on soon, probably within the next maybe week or so, to do another one of those. And I haven't really decided who I'm going to choose yet. I'm hoping that when either Matt or Jack come back from college and they're going to be hanging out over summer here in New Jersey, hopefully, that maybe one of them can jump on it with me. That would be great. But we'll have to see. You know, I'm not really sure who that's going to be yet, but I would like to do another one of those, you know, pretty soon. But that's just something I want to kind of address real quick. Other news, I think I'm going to be shooting for 300 episodes for the Xbox version of Los Dangeles. I was kind of thinking about, you know, how much longer it's going to take me, and I think 300 as kind of like the finished product would be like a good goal to shoot for. It might be a little bit less than that because that's a lot of episodes still. That's a good solid 37 episodes-ish left for me to do, and I think I can finish everything in the city in 37 episodes or less, honestly. So that's kind of like what I'm going to be going for as kind of like the benchmark. I'm going to try to hit 300 episodes for the download and for the finished version of the Xbox 360 world. And then I'm thinking about doing some sort of countdown idea where maybe I don't know how I'm going to like do this exactly, but I'm thinking like maybe once I'm within 10 episodes of finishing the world, I can do like an episode every day as kind of like a countdown to the finish line. I'm thinking about doing some like really long live streams towards the end, like maybe like a marathon live stream to finish the city. I think that would be a cool event to do for you guys. Maybe I'll do like a 10-hour stream to like finish the city. Like it'll be like the last stream, the last building session for Los Angeles on the 360 version. I was thinking about stuff like that, just kind of brainstorming ideas. You know, let me know what you guys think about those kind of ideas. Because we are getting kind of close to finishing the world, you know, within a couple of months. And these are kind of the things that I start to need to think about. So I figured, yeah, no, why not, you know, throw these ideas past you guys, since, you know, you guys are the ones who are watching the city built. So, yeah, those are just some of the ideas I'm thinking about. I do have, like, a deadline also in mind for when I want to put the world up for download, like a specific date, which I'm going to keep quiet for now. I've said this, I briefly mentioned this on my last live stream. I'm going to keep this quiet for now, because I want to, you know, I don't want to give myself a hard deadline for everybody else. I mean, I can keep it to myself for now and try to hit it, but I think I'm going to just keep it quiet, and hopefully I can hit that deadline that I'm shooting for the finished version of the 360 world. But, you know, it's really up to interiors now, and then going through every build and just making sure everything's good to go. Because, as I said earlier, I'm working on the last structure of the world right now, which is kind of crazy. So, that's pretty much it for what I got to talk to you guys about today. This might be a little bit shorter than 10 minutes, but that's totally okay. But thank you guys for watching. It's been Dan Lags. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of CLD. I believe this was episode 263, so we're chugging along here. I'll see you guys in a few days for episode 264. But until then, everybody, have a good day, and peace out.